Hello. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good day, Patrick. Hello, Ellie. Yeah, we saw some comments already. Hi. Welcome to Sidec e-commerce class live streaming again. Yeah, so we have a break for about a week. So our last session is on the 22nd of July. So for those that are here with us right now, hi, Pendo. Yeah, so good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. And for those that joined us in the previous sessions, you probably already know me. I'm Chacha. Yeah. So for those that just joining us today, hello again. Chacha from Digital Marketing Consultancy, but partnering with Sidec, I will be your host for the sessions. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Yeah, and a little bit of background on behalf of Sidec, Selangor Information Technology and Digital Economy Corporation. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you that joined us previously and today as well. Yeah, joining us. Can check in the comment. Yeah, share with us where you are actually tuning in from. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, so we are very happy to share with you like more information. Yeah, we're happy to have you here, and you can comment, interact with us as much as possible. And if you benefited from the previous session, do help us to share this live right now. Yeah, out on your social media to your friends and family so they can also benefit from it. All right. So today's section is interesting because we are moving into like module 2. So for your information, with the theme of Elevate Your E-commerce Knowledge, this is a free e-commerce class live streaming, and it's brought to you by the Selangor State Government together with Sidec. And we have scheduled actually a total of 15 sessions. Yeah, so 15 sessions. Previously, we already done 5 of them. So last month in July. And today we are actually on this topic, EC201, Payment Gateway and E-Wallet. All right, so we have upcoming classes as well. So on Thursday, we have logistic and fulfillment. We have also next week, following up by customer relationship management. And in September, we will have like digital marketing related topics for you. So if you're interested, check out on Sidec Facebook, make your registration, bookmark the event. We hope to see you there. Okay, and for today's topics is going to talk about e-commerce process. Yeah, so the first topic. So we'll talk about payment gateway and e-wallet. But before I share with you more information about our speakers, I would like to invite Encik Ikwan from Sidec to give us a few words. Hello, Encik Ikwan.
Hi, Chacha. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, so I will give the session back to you.
Okay. All right. So let me share my slide first. Wait, So everyone can share. Can share. Everyone can view my screen, right? So okay, hi everyone. Before that, let me tell my name first. My name is Ikwan. You can call me Ikwan. I'm from Sidec. So basically, Sidec, before this, we are rebrand from our previous name, Sidec. So from 2015 until 2020, Sidec have achieved a lot of achievement from online hundreds and brand 100 program, Selangor Accelerator program, Selangor eBazaar 2020 campaign, and Selangor Smart City, as you can see in this slide. So there are many programs that we have done before and that generate economic impact to 324 millions. So after that, now in the year 2021 and in the early 2020, we have rebrand to Sidec, Selangor IT Digital Economic Corporation. So before this, we are council, and now we are already a senior member head. So what is Sidec? What is Sidec? Sidec is a company that established under Selangor State Government, and we are children from our parent government, which is we are from our parent company, which is Invest Selangor. So our mission is to nurturing Selangor digital talents and narrowing the digital divide. Because we want to make sure all the Selangor SME in the rural area and in the urban area all become balanced all SME can receive the same digital. And next, we want to accelerate Selangor startups to become regional tech icons, empowering the digitalization of Selangor businesses and SMEs. And next, encouraging Selangor digital investment and emerging technologies. So before that, who are our player? Who are our target system? And this is our target audience, which are e-commerce, startups, and SME. This work in cycle. As we can see, SME need e-commerce to advertise their selling products and to provide services online. And likewise, also e-commerce need product and sourcing from SME to make sure this ecosystem can move smoothly. Like the startups, they can provide the technology service provider, and also startup also can provide to SME as can act to SME as the TSP. So this is the stages of the entrepreneurial cultivation. Basically, all the programs that will be developed or that will be run by Sidec are based on these phases. As we can see, the first is talents, upskilling, skilling, and recycling. So there are many programs that we have developed based on these phases. Next is also adoption and onboarding. If you have heard about online 100 and brand 100 program, where we adopt and we onboard all the seller to get in the e-commerce ecosystem. And next is our last phase that we use to develop program is branding, scaling, and inspire with success stories. So I hope everyone can see here. This is our main HQ, our main office. It is located in ICT Selangor, Shah Alam. So if you can see, there is the beanbag, there is the swing. So nowadays is pandemic, so you cannot come. Soon after, we pray that this COVID pandemic will end, and you can come to visit our SDCC, our Selangor Digital Creative Center. So what do we have at Selangor Digital Creative Center? We have a lot of other facilities, not only for us, not only for our staff only, but also co-working space that maybe if there is any startup or any SME that want to utilize our facilities, you can come to Sidec and you can register with us. You can use our facilities that we provide. As you can see in this slide, you have co-working space, you have photo book, photo studio, and one more that I aware is our co-working space rental is quite the cheapest in the Klang Valley. So maybe you can send, if you want to rent, you can send your quotation through our email. Okay, I will tell more about e-commerce programs now. As you can see now the program that is currently running and you are currently joining is e-commerce class. Basically, before this, maybe you have met my colleagues, Sama and Azwan. They have explained a lot about EC class, and Chacha also have told about EC class before. So basically, EC class is only the basic class, and when you join this, you will learn about 3 modules. There are introduction to e-commerce process, and then you will go to digital marketing. So basically, after you finish this EC class and you wanted to learn more, you wanted to learn advanced class, you can register soon for EC Masterclass. But for now, we still hasn't developed any module yet for EC Masterclass, and we will decide to propose this by the end of August. So you can stay tuned for EC Masterclass. So what is the difference between EC Masterclass and EC class? EC Masterclass is the pay class. So you will need to pay some commitment pay. It's not too expensive. It's around 199 to 299 only. Where is in this EC Masterclass, you will have a deeper one-to-one coaching with the coach, and you will focus more on digital marketing. So next is online 100 and brand 100s. Why we call this online 100 and brand 100 is because we only receive 100 applicants only, and we will only accept 100 participants that are based in Selangor. So what are the criteria that we will choose for you to join online 100 and brand 100 is you must have a ready product, and you must based in Selangor. So online 100 and brand 100, the difference is website and web store. If you register for online 100, you will provide a web store where you can sell your product in the marketplace, and for brands 100, we will provide you the website, a free domain website, where usually if the cost to to make a domain website cost about 100 to 1,000, right? Hundreds until thousand, right? So if you join this online and brand 100 program, the Selangor state government has subsidized, and you can join for free only. Next is Jelajah Usahawan Digital Selangor. So if you can see nowadays there are a lot of entertainment, maybe radio like Era or Surya. They have done many of Jelajah. They explore many places to promote their entertainment. But we also have our program that we will promote our e-commerce ecosystem to Klang and Bangi and Ampang and other many regions in Selangor. For last year, we have done we have visit three place, which is Klang, Bangi, and Ampang. At this stage, we have bring our vendor that will give talk about payment solution, and this will bring more education to the people at those regions. And this is Malaysia Top E-commerce Merchant Award. This is the award for all e-commerce merchant that have registered online, and this is the place where we will evaluate them, and after we evaluate them, we will give them marks, and they will get an award after they have ended their program. So what is this program? Is basically this program started in 2016. Which essentially we know all the top products. We know many products, but do we know who are the merchant that sell the product? So in this program, we will give award to the merchant that meet our category to win this program. So if you are a seller and you are already have a company and product, you can enter this program soon. Next is our study trip to China. So basically, this is initiated by Selangor government. Sidec will bring all of our SME that have selected to visit to China. This program, as you can see in this slide, is uh, our last program on 2018, where we brought all our SME to go to China. The one of the main purpose is we want to expose them. We want to teach them and let them experience on how to sell cross border to China, apart of just sell in Malaysia, right? So this is the startup programs. We have 4 programs: the Selangor Accelerator Program, Peace Selangor Series, Startup Roadshow Domestic, and Startup Roadshow Overseas. So for SAP program, we had already run, and the application also has been closed. We had selected 30 startup, and this program you will have a three months in intensive and incentive session where you can blast your idea all, and finally you will be pitching your idea to until to get selected. This is a Silicon Valley trips. With Silicon Valley trips, which we have selected the winner or the champion of the startup, and we brought them to the San Francisco, Silicon Valley. This is the place in San Francisco where all the startups, or this is like what we call is a digital place. All many other SME or startup are really eager to come here. So we will bring all the startup come to the Silicon Valley. And apart of that, we have other additional program, which is Selangor SME Digitalization Program. We have our grant. We have one of the grant that you can apply starting in this August is Selangor SME Digitalization Matching Grant. Apart of that is we have Selangor e-Bazaar campaign. This is one of our main program in our e-commerce division. So you can see Selangor e-Bazaar campaign. This is Selangor e-Bazaar 20 microsite. Selangor e-Bazaar have started from MCO last year. Why we created the Selangor e-Bazaar is because due to the pandemic COVID that hit our country, right? So many businesses cannot operate physically, cannot operate consumer cannot buy physically through the seller. So we have created this online platform, Selangor e-Bazaar, where we will invite or any other SME that wanted to sell online can register in the Selangor e-Bazaar. So what is the criteria? You must be in Selangor. And as you can see in this slide, from Selangor e-Bazaar 2020, 11/11, CNY, and Selangor e-Bazaar Raya just now that has been ended last June, we have generated approximately of 144.7 million. So we can see that all the Selangor seller have take a proactive action apart from selling conventional, and they have go digital to ensure that their business can operate it smoothly. So next is Selangor SME Digitalization Matching Grant, the one that I said just now. I believe that maybe some of you have heard this before, but let me explain again. Selangor SME Digital Matching Grant, we provided a maximum of 5,000 of matching grant. So if your project that you want to go is 10,000, we will provide 5,000, and the other 5,000 will be subsidized by the Selangor state government. So the matching grant basically worth 5 million. The 5 million is expected to benefit around 1,000 Selangor SME. So if you feel that you are from e-commerce or HR and payroll system area, cloud and accounting stacks, and you want to also digital marketing apart from ePost, you can try to apply. So basically, after you apply, there will be some process that you can face. So if you finally get passed, and you will receive the 5,000 subsidized. So I believe there are presentation from me.
All right. Thank you so much, Kuan. Yes.
So everyone can learn and stay focused. All right. Thank you, Chacha.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm sure the audience also got a lot of information. Yeah, we saw some good comments. So Victor say thank you, Sidec. Yeah, Nabil. Yeah, tekan marah. Yeah, tak apa. Okay. So for those that actually here with us, we have 200 of you. And if you're joining us, we are moving into the sessions right now. And if you think your friends and family can be benefited from it, so do help us to share this live right now out on your social media so they can actually tune in and watch together with you as well. All right. So, okay. So we are on payment gateway and e-wallet. We all know that being a merchant, let's say you want to start e-commerce, it is crucial also to know the difference between payment gateway and also digital wallet. The payment gateway is like a service that merchants can integrate directly onto your website to accept transactions from your customers, where e-wallet, like financial services that allows users to manage their funds under one platform. We are very familiar with it nowadays in a way. Yeah, so it is a prepaid solution which allows user to deposit money into an account and utilize the service process payment as well. So in today's class, we have the privilege to invite 3 experts from the industry itself to share with us the advantages, disadvantages of e-wallets and payment gateway, some of the recommended payment gateway, and how to get started with setting up your own payment gateway. And right now, I would like to invite 3 of our speakers of today to the screen together. Hello.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so first up, we have Puan Heliziana from PayNet. Okay. And hi, Puan.
Hi, Hi, Chacha. Thank you.
Hello. No problem. So later on, we'll have chance to listen for Puan. And then we have Mr. Kenneth from KiplePay. Hi, Mr. Kenneth.
Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So, and then we have also Mr. Jimmy from IK88.
Hi, Chacha.
Hi. So all the audience here, we have 200. Yeah, happy to share, right? We're really looking forward to your sessions one by one later on. Okay, so we'll have all the speakers to share with us, but right now we'll have them go take a rest. Yeah, we will have the first speaker first. Okay, so over here, just a little bit of housekeeping rule before I pass the time to Puan Heliziana over here. So if you have any questions, during the session, so feel free to type in the comment, interact with our speaker as much as possible. So we will pick some of the relevant Q&A. There will be a dedicated Q&A sessions with all our speakers at the end of the sessions. So you can ask questions more to find out more information. All right. So without further ado, a little bit of background for Puan Heliziana over here. So Puan joined PayNet in June 2017 as the head of JomPay. Yeah, JomPay is something that we're familiar as a Malaysians over here. Okay, so she's responsible to spearhead more than 8,000 billers accepting JomPay payments. And in 2020, she was assigned to lead the ecosystem development team of PayNet to further accelerate the whole e-payment programs for all the retail payment services products such as Do It Now QR, Do It Now Online, banking wallets, Do It Now Auto Debit, and so on. So before joining PayNet, she also has 13 years of experience working with financial institutions such as Maybank, CIMB Bank, and RHB Bank. So right now, let's hear from Kuan Heliziana. The time is all yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Chacha.
No
So let me
problem.
share my slide first, yeah? Okay. You can see my slide?
Yeah, can see. All good. Make sure the audience see it all nice as well.
All right.
All right.
All right, great. Okay, so I start now. Okay, because it's a bit lagging on the live side, so I don't really see my slide on the other side. Anyway, okay. So let me start. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon, everyone. Again, thank you, Chacha. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizer for inviting me to be part of this e-commerce class. I would like to thank Sidec, of course. And also today, our topic is payment gateway and e-wallet. So it's not something new, but I hope that whatever that I'm sharing today can able to benefit all of you guys. Yeah. So I can, from the earlier explanation from Kuan, so I think most of you guys are actually coming from e-commerce player, e-commerce merchant, or even the SME or the micro sellers and whatnot. So hope this can benefit you. And before I deep dive into the topic, let me just give an overview what I'll be sharing in the next 15 minutes and how it relates to today's topic. First of all, I think maybe I need to explain who we are, PayNet, because not all of you actually know PayNet. You guys only know our product, but not us. Who is us behind all these products that are available in the market? Yeah. So let me bring you through on who is PayNet. So PayNet is actually Malaysia's premier payment network and central infrastructure for financial markets. Under bank, we are under Bank Negara Malaysia is actually our largest shareholder, and 11 Malaysian banks as joint shareholders. PayNet role is actually to empower Malaysia's digital economy. So it's kind of heavy. So we need to empower the whole Malaysian digital economy and act as a trusted enabler of collaborative financial ecosystems. So as a trusted enabler, we are driving towards accelerate adoption of e-payments. We have four main pillars that we need to drive. So first of all is accelerate adoption of e-payments to increase usage and acceptance of e-payments in Malaysia. And we also pillar number two is we need to proactively explore and pursue innovation opportunities by embracing key trends and developments to enhance value for the existing ecosystem. The third pillar is advanced ecosystem engagement, whereby building transparent and collaborative mindset within financial and digital industry. And lastly is, that's the four main pillar that we are actively need to drive as in PayNet strategy and role in the market. Yeah. So what is the product or services that are available with PayNet? I think I mentioned just now, Chacha mentioned, but when I joined PayNet, I was the head of JomPay. So that's, I'm pretty sure that you have heard JomPay before. I hope so. So that's among the product that available, and also all the now family product, which I will also explain. So you can, from the slide here, you can see all the product names, which is existingly and also the upcoming one. So maybe I start from the left side first, starting with JomPay. So actually, there's 8 main categories product that we have in PayNet. Well, all products actually meant or suits for certain situation and for certain use case. So, for example, like first one, I will talk about bill and invoice payment. So, how to create a bill and invoice payment? So that's where we have JomPay, whereby it's a consolidated platform where all the bills and invoices can be used via pay or collect via JomPay, and it's available in all 41 banks in Malaysia. Okay, and we also have do now request. So what is do now request? So today I will not elaborate more on do now request, but it doesn't really fit the audience. But what I can tell you briefly that is it does fit the audience, but just that I do not want to elaborate further. But it's actually where if or you are in a merchant that when you want to collect payment, you can also request for payment using do not request. So this is our new among our new product that available in the market. And moving on to the fund transfer. Fund transfer is something that in our day-to-day life, if it's not for your business, it's for your own. So I think you have heard IBG has been there like forever. And the newest and latest, but the difference between IBG and Do It Now and our latest product is IBG runs on batch file, means that it's not real time. But of course, moving towards fast pace. So we need to evolve. And now we are offering real-time transaction. So that's why we have Do It Now Transfer. So Do It Now Transfer is, I really hope that you guys have heard it before. It's where you can use your mobile number or proxy ID and IC number or business registration to make transfer or receive payment. I will elaborate further actually in my next slide. And also you see here, Do It Now Request is also here. So there's Do It Now Request in bill and invoice payments category and also fund transfer. Why? Okay, in Do It Now Request for in bill and invoice payment is mostly for the businesses or the merchant. So that's one for you to collect your payment when you run your business. But in terms of Do It Now Request for fund transfer, it's more for your own P2P lah. Yeah, so basically, when someone owe you money, so you want to request from them, so then that's when you ask for Do Not Request. Okay, so that's then I move on to recurring payment, because you also have recurring payment here for direct debit. It's called direct debit. The existing product. I'm pretty sure you use it before. If you may realize or not realize it lah. Because for example, for insurance payment, when you have already registered that okay, recurring payment on every month basis, and that's direct debit. Okay, so that's ongoing recurring deduction. Yeah, so direct debit is on the current platform is not real time, so that's why we introduced Do It Now Auto Debit. So it's something new, real time. So I think I will explain it further in the next slide. Okay, then we also have check. We also manage check in PayNet. We call it under eSpeak. So of course, we don't want to talk more about check because today's topic is more on payment gateway and all the e-wallets and all online, right? So then next is online purchase. So online purchase is, of course, is very close to you. Everyone in Malaysia now, especially not just in Malaysia, everywhere, with the behavioral shift that everyone going online because of the pandemic. So online purchase is something that is no longer is like a must thing that you have to do, be it as an individual person or even a seller. So existingly we have FBX. FBX is a platform for e-commerce when you shop at Shopee or Lazada, for example. So the one that when you pay online using your current or saving account, that's FBX. Okay. And we are introducing a new product, a new enhanced version product of FBX called Do It Now Online Banking / Wallets, which I will explain further later on in my slide. Yeah. And on the left side, moving on, next to online purchase is purchase at point of sale. Of course, beside online, we have the offline as well, whereby you can go when you go to all the outlet, physical outlet. That's when you use the POS terminal using My Debit. So you can just tap your card using My Debit, and also have ATM, all the white ATM, Maps ATM that you've seen is also under us, our product. And lastly, we also have category under mobile payments, whereby it's called Do It Now QR, which that's the topic that I will explain more later on in my slide. Yeah. So these are overview on what is our product. And if you can see there's mentioned current account, saving account, it means that all this transaction is the transaction is ongoing between by deducting either your current or transmitting to your current or saving account, or using a line of credit accounts or e-wallets. Yeah. Okay. So what problems are we trying to solve? Okay, before maybe I move on. So I think as I mentioned who PayNet is, we are like a switcher. Yeah. So all our product, the one that I mentioned here, is available in the banks or non-banks, which I will explain later. So we are just the platform provider and the where the product comes from, but the one that make it available are actually the parties. We call it participants, which I will later on explain. Yeah. So what problems are we trying to solve with all this DuitNow product? If you can see the whole DuitNow family, DuitNow transfer, DuitNow QR, everything is DuitNow. So why? So because we would like to introduce something real time. The previous product or the current product that we have is not real time. So now it's everything about instant. You want something fast, be it as a seller or also as a buyer. So then that's why DuitNow comes in. So the another key reason, because we want to have more interconnected payment solution via online platform. So it's for all purpose, as I mentioned, all the categories that we have serving for different purpose, and everything is online and interconnected into one another. And we would also like to offer instant payment solution to support immediate availability funds, because of course you are being a business person, you want the fund to be in your account immediately, and also everything, and you want to, when you want to deliver something, the buyer also expecting the delivery is fast, so hence the fund need to be immediately as well. So then we need to manage that instant ecosystem. Okay, and also it's 24/7, can do convenient anytime and anywhere. And also with this new DuitNow category product, it's carry more information needed for business transaction, because of course we would need some reference or some whatnot, so which the current product may not be able to offer that. So then hence via DuitNow family product. Yeah. Okay, so I will talk here about interoperable. So the word of interoperability, everyone may not understand what is it all about. So maybe let me explain what is interoperable account-to-account payments or interoperability. So with RP, we call the new platform of DuitNow is working under RPP platform, or we call it as real-time payments platform. So what is it all about? And how does this interoperability context is essential in all the payments ecosystem? So interoperability itself means ability to exchange. Yeah. So during the early days, all payments transaction only happen between banks. Yeah. As a seller, you connect to certain bank or your preferred bank to able to collect payment for you. So and also as a buyer, you also paying using your banks. But then when the e-wallet started to bloom, or introduced since 2012, so transaction between with e-wallet ecosystem has been recognized, and hence this RPP platform is enabling this interconnection between the banks and e-wallets under one unified network. Yeah. So, but what does it mean for business owner or merchant like you, like all of you? Okay. So why does this matters to you guys? So let me answer you. Presently, as a merchant or business owner, to enable payment solution or gateway to collect payments from your customer via online or physical store, you will usually connect to individual payments provider to offer the solution. For example, connecting to bank A or e-wallet B and e-wallet C. So, and the present approach is to enable customer A, B, and C to make payments to you. Customer other than A, B, and C are unable to proceed. So that's the current situation. But with this interoperability concept via RPP platform, a merchant or business owner need to establish only with one acquirer. Acquirer here can be a bank, can be e-wallet, or can be a third-party acquirer whom are participant to RPP platform. Means they need to enable the RPP platform with us, PayNet, then they can offer that to you guys. Okay. So this acquirer will able to connect and offer payment solution within RPP platform ecosystem, all the product that I mentioned, all the DuitNow family that they can offer to you just by hook up or build a relationship with one acquirer. So in the diagram here, you can see as a seller, if you just connect with Touch and Go here, for example, like this is just an example, then it enable you to collect payment for example, if your user having even not just Touch and Go, they also have other e-wallets like Boost, or they only have Maybank, so they can also make payment. There's no issue for you to collect payment from them. So that's how it works. So I think I see a lot of chat here. Some maybe my team, some of the question my team would able to answer in the chat room. So later on, only I will ask. I mean maybe when Chacha compile some of the question, I will answer that by live. So okay. So to continue, yeah. So that's how it works, or that's how it means for business owner, and why does this interoperability matters to them? Okay. I hope you understand this part. Okay. So now let me bring in depth on some of the family product. Just now I said that I would like to highlight some of the product that is relevant that can be used in terms for you as a seller to collect payments from your buyer. So one of the easiest way easiest explanation, or one of the early our pioneer product that we have introduced under Do It Now family is Do It Now Transfer. Okay. Oh, thank you. I noticed that Mark is saying about good thing about Do It Now is an excellent feature. Thank you so much for using Do It Now. So okay, I'll talk here now more about Do It Now Transfer. Yeah. Okay. So what is Do It Now Transfer, and what is it all about? Okay. So Do It Now transfer is, I think you guys have using it. I'm sure all of you guys doing it. If it's not for your, I'm not sure whether you have yet used it for your business or not, but definitely you should have used it for your own day-to-day life. When you need to transfer, so you just use Do It Now Transfer. So because the conventional way of using IBG or using payment to account is kind of yesterday. So yes, Do It Now Transfer will enable you to more new norm or nowadays kind of way to make transfer. Okay, so this Do It Now Transfer is available in all 32 banks in Malaysia, and soon Touch and Go e-wallet will also enable the service. So watch out for that. Yeah. So besides transferring to normal account, like I say, it's kind of yesterday account number. The payment transaction via Do It Now Transfer also can be done through 5 proxy IDs, which is via mobile number, passport number, business registration number, and also army police number. There are many use cases can be used to explain on why Do It Now Transfer using proxy ID can be used in your day-to-day life. Maybe I talk more first on as an individual user, yeah, because it's more easy to relate to. You can use Do It Now Transfer to send money to your friend, or your friend send money to you. So for example, you keep your friends and family mobile number in your mobile phone, right? So instead of you giving your account number, if you want people to pay your debt or bayar hutang lah kan, so it'll be easier if you just because you already save your friends, your friends or family members' mobile numbers, right? You can just choose the mobile number to pay to them. Or even if you want them to pay to you, then they also share your mobile number in their phone, in their phone. So I will of course share you how to do it for those who still not sure, and how does this relevant to business owner or the small sellers. This is more towards small sellers because this is a transfer of fund. For example, especially those selling online. Of course, I do shop online via Instagram, and sometimes you do share your account number. So I will tell you why you don't have to share your account number anymore in the digital world. Okay. So, but first, let me share all of you the benefit of using Do It Now Transfer. So at the top of the slide, you can see that the common situation that I mentioned just now, whereby the current, the so-called the current norm, where you will make payment or you want people to pay to you using your account number. So you reveal your personal banking details to public. And your banking account number may change, and you need to make the changes. Okay, you need to inform back to whoever that that normally pay to you on the change of account number. And sometimes you display the incorrect account number, accidentally type the wrong account number, and you need to notify your buyer on the change or the incorrect information. So that's the current norm. Yeah. So let me share with you. So how does this benefit with the considered new norm? It's not something new, but of course it's a new norm to some of you guys, because I think new norm is something we have to live on with this current situation. Yeah. So you use or register your mobile number or register with Do It Now as a module to accept payment from your customer. But why? Okay, first, mobile number or your business registration number is permanent. So, and you will always remember your mobile number. So then you can use it. So you can just share your mobile number. For example, if you're LG seller, selling via Instagram or Facebook or any medium that, or via WhatsApp and whatnot, so you can just share your mobile number to collect payment. But what do you need to do with it? I mean, in order to collect, accept payment from Do It Now. So I will later on share with you. And mobile number can easily retrieve from the phone book. So if people save your mobile number already, so they can also easily pay to you. And most of all, that mobile number is a shorter length, so it's easy to memorize as well. So you will not be wrong in typing the mobile number. So, and there's no so it'll be easier lah. Yeah. So how to do it now? How to receive? I think the most important here on how to receive, because if to make payment, it will be easier, straightforward. But how to receive payment via Do It Now transfer? So what you need is just one-time registration. Yeah, only one time. So you log on to your preferred internet banking or mobile banking, and soon e-wallet channel. Select the ID that you would like to register and link with your existing account number of the selected banks or e-wallet. So for example, you would like to register your mobile number. So you click your mobile number and link it to the account of your account. So actually the transaction actually goes into your account directly with that bank that you have registered with. It's not stay on the mobile number on mobile. So you don't have to worry on security. Yeah. So it's still the back end of all this payment ecosystem for Do It Now transfer is still with your bank or your e-wallet that you have trusted because you choose it, right? So you can choose your mobile number or even your business registration number. And you can tap to your savings or current account. Okay. And then but then that's as a receiver. So it's only one time. Yeah, one time that you need to do that. Okay. So but if you want to make payment, there's no registration required. So this is where you can educate your buyer. So if they ask, oh, why must I Do It Now? I mean, I'm always used to do the normal transfers, and you just say, oh, it's easy because there's no registration required. They just need to log on to their internet or mobile banking, which they normally do for transfer fund normal way, and they just look for Do It Now. So when they click Do It Now, and when they look for transfer to, then because if they are using their mobile app, then or they're using their mobile phone, then you can just click on the contact. So they already save your number, so they can click on the contact and they can just select and put the amount, and voila, then the payment goes. All right, so it's easy. So then I think I will share you the whole screen on how does easy to make payment to Do It Now transfer is all about. So you can see here, this move on to transfer out lah. Okay. All right, so tell me, isn't it easy? So yes, this is, as I said, is applicable for small sellers, those that doing online or like without any platform for now, or even if you do have a platform, but sometimes you do take orders via WhatsApp or Instagram, whatnot, so you can still use this as one of the way to collect payment. If it's not by mobile number, you can register your business registration number as well to collect the payment. Yeah. Okay. So next, I will talk about Do It Now QR. Okay. So with the current pandemic situation, a behavioral shift in scanning a QR is no longer an alien to all of us. So we are used to QR now. So maybe early of the days, people are a bit receptive on QR payments. So now, since we all need to know how to scan QR, especially my Sejahtera QR, so definitely is a no more alien on QR payments. Yeah. So as a seller, so you don't have to worry about introducing QR payments to your buyer, okay, for your business. So here you can see this slide that now this is a common situation available in most of physical outlet that accept QR as payment option. Multiple QR codes are displayed on the counter. So this makes the counter a bit cluttered, too many QR engagement to manage, and you need to do the console one by one because you have few player here, if you can see it, yeah. And also, what if your customer that walks in does not have any of the app that you have displayed on your counter? So what would you do, right? So you be stuck there, okay? I mean, because especially when the user wants to use QR, but you're not offering the right QR there. Okay, so that's when we are introducing Do It Now QR. Okay, Do It Now QR is a Malaysia Unified QR standard. Okay, it's established by PayNet as the behind the scene, the person behind the scene, and it's under Bank Negara Malaysia Interoperable Credit Transfer Framework, or ICTF. So it's still again to encourage interoperability, whereby it enable the exchange transaction between the banks and non-banks can be done. Okay, so the power of QR is actually comes from accepting interoperability, right? And compliant QR code are from any participating banks or e-wallet. So as looking back at my earlier slide just now, if that particular seller just display this one QR, this pink QR on their on the counter, so the first thing first, they do not have to worry that their user are unable to make payment by QR, because when just scanning to this pink QR, they can use Maybank, they can use CIMB or Grab or Touch and Go or even Boost. The transaction can be made, so you don't have to worry. So it also shows that only one QR needed by all of you seller out there to accept payment by QR. Yeah, and so that customer from any banks or e-wallets app can make payment. So these are the two key things that that you need to understand why we are introducing this Malaysia Unified QR standard. Okay, so today my explanation is more on what is the product is all about available. Later on, I will showcase that which are the participant, the bank or e-wallets that are available can offer you this product. So if any commercial question, you actually need to direct with them, because they should able to explain more about that. Yeah, because we are only the provider. So all the arrangement or more information that you need, if you want to enable this product, you can talk to the list of banks and e-wallet that will show on later on. Yeah. So, and more information you can also about Do It Now QR, you can also log on to our website www.doitnow.my/doitnowqr for more details. Okay. Okay, here. So these are issuings is means that the app that can enable to scan. Yeah. So here we have two portions, the one that available and also coming soon, because the launch of QR is only for the niche, the Malaysia QR is only started last year. End of 2019 actually, but then the pandemic happened last year. So then it's all the enable is to scan it. Of course, it's in phases, but you can see most major bank and most major e-wallet players are already in at the top side. Okay, so so they can use any of these player up here to scan Do It Now QR to make payment. This is for user point of view, yeah, not as seller. So I will go to the seller part. So launching soon are those are below that very soon. So you can see besides the bank, also there's other or even TPA. We see there's IP88 there, Razer, Revenue, and also the wallet that have not in yet, like Faith and also Big Pay will be coming and joining us as well. All right. So these are the participants available. Yeah. So these are the acquiring part. This is where more interest you as a seller. So if you want to accept or enable Duna QR as part of your business, you can actually approach these bank or e-wallets. Yeah. And then that's where you can ask for commercial on how, in terms of reporting, reconciliation and whatnot, you can talk to them. Okay. On how can you connect to them, you can go to our website. We do have the email address to share on their contact on this email address lah. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps I just explain a bit on the Duna QR registration and payment flow. Why I tell you guys that who are the acquirer or the acquiring player just now. Yeah. So the reason why I mentioned that, because of course you as a merchant or business owner, you need to establish relationship with the acquirer. Means that if you, as I mentioned, we are only the provider of the product. So if you want to enable it, you need to talk to your bank or the non-bank, the e-wallets player, because they are the one that are able to generate the QR code for you and also give you the QR code for display, or some of them are using the mobile app on even POS terminals. So that's when you talk to them on how best way is they will able to help you to display the QR. Yeah, but I think you also have seen it in the market. Duna QR is already in the market, where we actually have more than 10,000 touch points already enabling Duna QR. So it's you be able to see on how it looks like on display base. Yeah. So when you already connect to the acquirer, so then all the transaction will be online, will be instantly, and the notification also you receive, because most of these player or the acquirer will also have the merchant app. So that's when you can see whether the transaction is in or not. So from that merchant app, and also some other ways that they would provide to you a solution whereby you can check on your transaction. So you don't have to worry. So even though, for example, you are connected to PayNet, for example, for Duna QR. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So for example, if you are connected to PayNet, yeah, so and PayNet do help you to generate the QR, and they provide you the QR and you already display. PayNet, of course, is in pink, still Duna QR, but provided by PayNet. Then customer that using Grab app walks in and trying to scan. So you don't have to worry, you just get them to scan, because PayNet will collect all the transaction detail and provide to you. So you know that the transaction is successful. So all this will be done by the acquirer side. That's when you need to understand more. You need to talk to acquirer on how can they help you to see all the transactions that are coming in. Yeah. All right. So same goes to the bank. If you prefer to open it with Maybank, same goes. The Maybank will help you to generate and also provide you with the QR display. And any customer, like touch and go customer, can scan. And Maybank will able to see the transaction and all the report, do all the reconciliation for you. So don't worry about that. Yeah. So the payment from to make payment from for this QR is actually can be done by current or savings account, line of credit. Line of credit is the account number for credit card. And also e-money account. E-money account means from other wallets lah. Yeah. Okay. So but here I would also like to again emphasize on interoperability, because as a business owner, you need to understand that why you only need one QR, so that you only have to maintain relationship with one. So you display only one QR, because anyone from your customer base can scan the one QR that available. Yeah. And displaying multiple QR that like I showed at the counter, one of at my slide just now, is so yesterday. So you just need one, okay? And let your customer use any mobile banking or e-wallet app of their choice to scan, yeah? So you don't have to say that, hey, since you are displaying Duna QR that's supplied by PayNet, oh no, only PayNet customer can scan, which is not right, okay? So for business owner who actually have multiple outlets, and do educate this to your staff, because sometimes the information might not reach them, so they thought that, oh, it's only that particular whoever that provide the QR can, the customer of that particular provider can scan the QR, which is wrong. Yeah. So I think that's the key message about interoperability here. Just sharing some of our Do Now QR initiative that we have done to approach the micro sellers nationwide. So this actually, of course, happened before the recent EMCO. So we actually did a collaboration in Terengganu with Bank Negara Kuala Terengganu and also Madzin Bandara Kuala Terengganu. So this to adopt the Pasar Payang. So too bad that we cannot go to see it. I mean, unless you are in Terengganu, yeah. Then we also done something with Rembab Digital, and also we during the Ramadan, Bazaar Ramadan, we managed to open up, right? So we also have collaboration to enable QR payment at Bazaar Ramadan. So all these sellers is already adopting Now QR. Okay. Also sharing some of our launch. As I said, we officially launched in 2020 January. Then pandemic hit us, right? So, but it doesn't stop us. It's still ongoing program. So we still have, we, of course, collaboration with the participant that I mentioned to you earlier. Okay. Then the other use case that we use is it can be used for even cab. When you ride cab with EasyCab, then you can pay via Do Now QR, and also can be used for donation as well. So there's many sort of things for Do Now QR. It can be at physical outlet or it can be also online. For example, if online, then if you already your acquirer already help you to generate the QR, then you can just put on your website, or even though you can share on your IG, Instagram, or whatnot. For example, if you also doing that platform to make selling to sell your stuff, yeah. So okay, next I will talk about Do Now online banking wallets, the enhanced version of FTX. Okay. So what is Do Now online banking wallets? If you are already have a website, then you are using FTX as your way of collecting your payment. So this Do Now online banking wallet will give you more user experience or customer journey that is better, of course, as compared to the current platform. So this, especially if for mobile to mobile application, so it's getting better and provide you with seamless transaction. Okay, so it can also, of course, payment instantly, 24/7, over 40 participant on board, and payment can be collected by current saving and line of credit as well as e-wallet account. Yeah. So how does it benefit? As I mentioned, because better customer experience, especially from app to app, app to web, and web to web. So it's more seamless rather than the current experience that you're having. And in terms of reconciliation, also with more features, more information that can be grabbed on for reconciliation. So and also it's under one platform. You can view all the transaction and whatnot under one platform, and it will add value to ensure that payment is directed to the correct payer. So it's when merchant will be able to see validate all the transactions. So what I can say that the difference is more on the better customer experience as compared to especially in terms of the network and accessibility and whatnot. Yeah, so that's how we would like to evolve from the current platform that we have. Yeah. And so this is just a sample journey on how does it work. So yeah, like a normal shopping journey. So you put all the item on the checkout. So and especially if you're using mobile app nowadays, sometimes because you're working from home, while do your work or task at home, sometimes you need to order something from Shopee or even from so then that's when you need all this customer journey, right? That's for cost user point of view. So then you can choose online banking wallets and select the preferred bank or wallet app and get redirected to the bank or wallet. I mean, it's open up the app that you have already saved on your mobile phone instantly. So that so no longer from mobile app opening a web like how the existing process is. So it's more like app to app basis. So then customer will once you already make the payment, select and approve the payment, and then the approving of payment also depend on the flexibility of your bank or wallet that provide to you. So it could be like a thumb approval or whatever that they have make it available in terms of approval method. So then once it's done, so it goes back to merchant app and the payment is completed. Okay. So this more like a detailed overview on when I say it's app to app, is this how it looks like. If you see number 2, number 1 is normal when you go check out. So then you can see do it now online banking wallet. You can click on it as payment option. Then it will list out the bank or e-wallet app that you already have saved in your mobile phone. So then you just click on it. For example, the MY Bank here. Then it will straight away open up the MY Bank with the amount, all the details, and of course you just click pay to perform payment. So it's more seamless. Yeah. Okay. I think that's about it for my explanation on Do It Now family members product that relevant to and easy to make you understand, explain to you guys. And I just want to share that this is more as a user, an end user. We just launch our current campaign called Aida You Bila Lagi. Is more on for Do It Now, JomPay, and FPX transaction. So if you guys want to win some cash prizes, monthly prizes, so you can make the transaction, Do It Now, FPX and JomPay during this campaign period from 1st August until 30th November. And who knows, you might win the 10,000 cash on monthly basis. Yeah. So I think that's it for now from my side. So over to you, Chacha.
All right, thank you so much, Puan Heliziana. Yeah, great sessions. I'm sure a lot of them ask a lot of questions. So we have 2 more speakers joining us, all of you. Yeah, we're picking some of the questions. I'm sure Puan also mentioned the team will also help to answer some, but we already selected a lot of them asking to want to know more, yeah, whether can be plugged in with website, whether can do like, what's the transfer limit and all. So all your questions we will collect, and there will be a dedicated session Q&A later on. Okay, hold that, stay with us. Then we will have Puan Heliziana to join us during the Q&A to answer some of your questions. All right, thank you so much, Puan. Yeah, so you take a rest first.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so see you back in a bit. All right. So, yeah, a lot of questions. Okay, so we'll select some relevant ones. Then we'll actually use that to direct it to our speakers later on. Okay, so keep the question engagement coming. Very good. And right now, we have the session. Thank you for PayNet. Yeah, so for Puan Heliziana. And right now, I would like to invite our next speaker, Mr. Gimmy Ong, to the screen. Hi.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good afternoon to everyone, and thanks for Sidec invite iPayD as a participant. Okay, here my slide. I would like to share with everyone that
Wait. Okay, let me do an introduction of you. Okay, so to the audience over here. So all of you, like as on the screen, you see that GB is actually from IP88. Yeah, so he joined IP88 since
2015.
Yeah, it's just a little bit introduction of IP88. I think like Jimmy will go through with us, but we are all very familiar with the name as well. Yeah, so with over 20 years of experience in payment, IP88 offer comprehensive payment methods to the companies, those that want to include e-commerce as well and retail solutions. So it was successfully acquired by NTT Data, a Japanese system integration company known as one of the global innovators. All right, and more sessions to share. I will pass the time to Jimmy. All right, time is all yours.
Thank you, Chacha. Okay, thank you very much that Chacha has been explained that who are IP88 and where we come from. Okay, can everyone see my screen that? Okay, we are established since year 2000 in Malaysia, and we are compliant since PCI DSS level 1 and acquired by NTT Data since year 2000.
Sorry to interrupt, Jimmy. Sorry. Yeah, we all see your screen, but maybe have to be in the presentation mode. So then click on the bottom. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So now let me, okay, it's little bit of technical issue, okay, technical issue over here that Mr. Jimmy, I think internet cut off, yeah. So everyone, although we'd like to hear from Mr. Jimmy, okay. So let me see. We don't want to take up too much of your time. So while Mr. Jimmy is joining us back, maybe I will invite our next speaker to take up the spot first. All right. Mr. Kenneth, are you here?
Hey, hi there.
Yeah, supposed to be Mr. Jimmy. Yeah, we are so all looking forward to that. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that too.
Yeah. No worries. Okay.
So, never mind. I become the relief better, so I take it up. No worries. Anyway, so just a quick, simple intro. Maybe you can expand for me. So, I'm actually from KiplePay. Okay, I'm heading merchant acquiring there. More focusing on payment gateway. KiplePay is actually the fintech arm for Green Packet. I've joined them since 2018. And I have more or less, I guess, 4 years of fintech experience. Mine is actually I just scanned through PayNet's excellent presentation and very thorough in terms of technical. I'm approaching a bit different. I'm approaching more on layman term, actually more on grassroots merchants and where it's coming from. So apologies for those who really want to know more in detail on payment, which I can actually discuss later. But I'm actually talking about the background scenario on the current situation, and then the what's and the needs and why and how we want to go about, and even maybe on the shopper experience. Because I feel that sometimes actually payment can be very dry, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm in the payment gateway for 4 years already. It can be super dry. It's just about, talking about the rates or talking about, some solution. There are some interesting solutions. So I want to talk about actually where is it coming from. Okay. So, without further ado, I will share my screen. Okay. I hope I get it right. Thumbs up, you guys. So, is it okay? I hope you should be okay. So, okay, my slide or my sharing is on growing your business with a complete fintech ecosystem. So, this statement, I think this MCO or whichever acronym, how many acronyms we're going through, we all been going through, it is like never ending. I think it's 18 months already, as everybody knows. So the retail business have hit again by, I think now is how many times MCO. So the Malaysians are being locked up in the homes, like including me, which I can hear people actually ringing the door now, actually sending some delivery over standard, because everybody is online shopping now, okay, on getting their groceries and all, okay. And then there's they are locked up for limited time. We do not know when we are coming out of it. The COVID-19 pandemic has left the future retail businesses uncertain. My office is in Paradigm Mall, and I can tell you, I go into the office because we are one of the essential service, and it is a dead mall. It is dead. Okay, we do not know how when are we going to have dine-ins, when a capacity to cut in half, or how the regulation changes time and time again. Okay, so the question have always been asked: is there a future in retail? I mean, why would you even bother actually paying for rental? And then where business is trickling in, you can't even cover. You're actually subsidizing or actually paying, slogging out to pay for the rental. Is it even worth it? Okay, in the first place. So I think we don't need to look far to know that there's still a future for retail business. I really believe there's a future. Okay, once the things open up, of course, at this point of time, the outlook is bleak. But just remember, a day before the lockdown, Malaysians are just having their coffee at Kopitiam and enjoying themselves in the mall. All right. So sorry if you guys, I can't really see the interaction. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. But overall, I'm just checking in also once a while to see whether everything is okay. All right. So what does it mean? Okay. It means Malaysians will be back when the MCO starts. After months of being stuck at home, I think but everybody cannot tahan. They just want to go out and enjoy their cup of coffee and walk around in the malls again. I think so. There is hope. I really believe there is hope. Okay. But you must remember, even if the MCO lifted, the business now is drastically affected. Okay. By the social distance regulation. I mean, I have seen some of my favorite shops and all right. It's so barely able to hold on to it. I have a famous, there is a famous Glen Mary char siu shop I always go to. All right. And it's so sad. It used to be packed. I know people are tapawing, but you can see that they're barely surviving, So I think this is what's happening. So especially social distancing, you reduce the walk-in customer. And the fact of the matter is more people are used to online shopping, be it actually grocery shopping or actually even if you buy, even you tapao also. That's why GrabFood is, everybody is going GrabFood or Food Panda for all you matter. Actually, I would like to actually register as a Food Panda myself so that sometimes I can get out and travel legally. Okay, so is retail alone enough? With the regulation in the new norm, would it be enough to sustain a business? Huh? I mean, think about it. I think this chart shows, how the sales are up, down. Even with the support of your ring customer, the number of walk-ins will be limited with the social distancing regulation MCO. So something has to be done. I think everybody knows that. Okay. Only relying on online alone is also not enough. So a mixture of online and offline strategy is a way to allow your business to be more adaptable to overcome the new regulation or even MCO. So this chart, I think those who are into details will see hope and future for it. This is talking about the rise of e-commerce. I think everybody knows about it, but people do not know the value, how much it have grown tremendously. So it is very clear that when the previous MCO, I tell you, my guys, when MCO started, one industry where is very busy is fintech. So it have boosted the growth of e-commerce. The use of online shopping continued even after the lockdown lifted because it changed the way of life. Malaysian e-commerce estimated, or I believe it is, register a growth of 24.7% in 2020. So, and I believe as of halfway through 2021, what I believe the overall contribution from last year have already been nearly reached, and the market expected to reach 51.6 billion ringgit by 2024. And mind you, there is not only on e-commerce, anything to do with payment, digitization of payment have been growing aggressively. It's not just on B2C. I think B2B have also grown tremendously. Okay, so this is a picture of hope that we can, build on, and you can look forward based on statistic. Okay, so shopping now transition to online now in Malaysia since MCO. Not since they have experienced online shopping. Even the older generation, even my parents, they know how to use Shopee or even use PayNet or maybe go to Lazada or maybe even Happy Fresh. Okay, much like how SARS gave birth to China e-commerce market. With an average of 88% growth from 2002 to 2016. the COVID-19 pandemic will boost the Malaysian e-commerce market tremendously. Okay, there is a willingness to boost the willingness to purchase items online among Malaysians nowadays. I mean, earlier we already are, but now it becomes like with the fear coming in, with the huge number of 17,000 cases and more, but turut, I think everybody just want to they really distance themselves from physical shopping, no pun intended. So grocery e-commerce have grown rapidly in Malaysia. In fact, Malaysia is second ranked in Statistica world's fastest growing grocery shopping market list in 2018, only behind Singapore. The online grocery market will only grow further. And mind you, it's so much more easier. You save a lot of time actually going about it, and then you don't have your anxiety. You just need to make sure you have a sanitizer to sanitize whatever they send to you, just to be in case. All right. So the incorporating online into a business does not only contribute to your sales, it can also help your mall, because you see, when you're in a mall, you're limited to that surrounding area, that radius of 10 km, 20 km. You expand your market to extend more customers. Most of the things I buy online, most of it is sent from outstation or maybe in Klang or somewhere else, which I would not travel to, okay? And bringing them to your malls. And you find new ways to get your products to your customers' hand rather than the traditional retail method. So investing back in your business will bring it the future stronger later. So stay connected with your customer is another thing. So when the lockdown ends, they'll remember and head back to the mall for you. So this is about having that constant connection with your customers still. So after MCO is lifted, the customer have many options to buy product. And with a combination of online and offline, the traffic generated online will bring your customers to the mall and vice versa, creating a different channel to complement your online and offline side of the business, or what we used to call, or now still calling, omni-channel. So making your business more adaptable for future uncertainty. So with an online and offline strategy, even if MCO hits again, because if these things continue and all, your tenants can be more adaptable to the future uncertainties. I can give two instances of examples of people who adapted during this pandemic. I wouldn't quote their names in terms of the businesses, but just to share, I remember I used to have my favorite cafe that I goes to, then they used to serve only, bakery stuff and drinks, coffee and all. So when the pandemic hit, they actually pivot their business. Instead of, when they sell, because I don't think they cater to selling coffee. Actually, what they change is they focus on what they feel is what they can really aim for. They start selling cheesecake, burnt cheesecake. Mind you, actually, by selling burnt cheesecake now, their business has actually more than double or triple as compared to when they were doing their cafe. Although they have drinks there, but the volume they have actually 3 branches. All 3 branches have actually converted to kitchens producing cheesecake. So there is future for, but it's how you pivot your business to the situation now. Same concept. I know a few gaming businesses. They have multiple branches within the Klang Valley. During the pandemic, actually, they did close some of their shops, but they migrate over to online. Their sales have maintained and even grow. Where else actually they save in terms of their costs for in terms of their rental. So it depends. There are so many ways that we have to adapt to it. But of course, saying is easier said than done. But we just need to put some thought to it. I really believe it can be done. So although, like I say, it sounds good, but important question is, how do I do it, right? So how do you start selling online? So I think there's 3 simple steps. So knowing where to start, there are many ways you can start selling online. It can be very confusing with so many options to choose from, right? So understand how people shop online is one thing. So you need to understand the end customer. It's the same thing as how you start a business. The most core fundamental question have always been asked: if the customer is king, the one who paying your salary, you need to understand more. So online shopping is different from retail shopping now, and it's important to understand how do they do it. Okay, then you improve your online store experience is important. E-commerce is very competitive. And so, like, if you give your customer a seamless experience, it's crucial to keep them coming back, which actually leads to, if you do not have a seamless shopping experience in terms of payment, people will choose those with the easier one. It's like, I want to have access to my options. I do not need to be so headache, like for instance, I need to actually do a online transfer when I only have a credit card or I have a debit card. You need to have all your multiple options available. Okay, so first step, when I say again, is know how to start selling. When the people typically think of how to sell online, they will first think there will need to be an online store, right? That is always typical. Very often after investing in the website, things may not even work out, and it does not bring in the sales aspect, because you start with the bank, you invest so much resources into it, but it didn't. So actually, okay, you do not need an elaborate website. Actually, your first step of selling online can be as simple as selling through social media like Facebook and WhatsApp, because that have been done a lot. Okay, much like how many Malaysian businesses are adapting to selling online during the MCO period. They will use bank transfer as a mode of payment. But if that's the case, it's going to be a reconciliation headache for you, because in terms of actually getting a receipt and making compare. So doing so is a quick way to start the selling online, but it's just a quick fix and it's not able to scale. So again, it's not able to scale. When the business grow, like you have more than 100 customers, I think you'll be struggling to count your receipts, where you actually should be focusing on what you do best, which is doing your baking or selling your services or whatever, rather than actually counting your receipts and doing reconciliation. So in the competitive market of online shopping, it's important to continue improving to better cater to the shoppers' demand. So business need to take the next step to improve by providing a better purchase experience. Okay, so there has to be a better way to start selling online quickly while providing a convenient purchase experience for your customer. So this is one suggestion. It is a very simple way of actually hacking it. Okay, it's like adopting a link payment system, where you can actually make your social media page into an online store by just copying the link. Okay, this will allow your tenants to promote and sell your products on your social media page, and it is more visual, because I believe a lot of people spend most of the time, be it in if depends on your generation, be it in Facebook, or be it in Instagram, or maybe now future even TikTok. Okay, for Malaysian online shoppers, convenience is key. They demand more convenience of buying online. Is just as important as the product they're buying. And what better way to allow them to buy directly is from social media, which they are most of the time on it. So to successfully sell online, it's important to understand how the customer shop today. So this is an interesting slide. It tells on the different stages on how people shop. The way people shop remain unchanged over the years. They go through that 4 phases. So the first stage is about awareness. Okay, we discover your brand, your product, and all. And then they talk about consideration. Okay, they are interested, but they will think about it, and then there will be a conversion on want to buy your product, and then of course they evaluate your product after the purchase. So traditionally, people go through these stages because there are lack of options and information. So customer journey is used to be more predictable, and it's easier for seller to manage the customer purchase journey, because it's like it is structured. But the birth of online shopping have changed the way we shop, unfortunately. So it is not like the online shopping don't change the purchase journey. They still experience the 4 stages, But instead, the journey itself changed. It may not be following that structure. Instead of straightforward path, shoppers now become more of a cycle of web. So people can go straightforward or backwards or lateral in the purchase journey. So like how a person can go to a store to feel the product and go online to compare, go to social media for reviews, and then they can even decide to buy a different product altogether, for be it the price or be it reviews and all. This make the customer purchase from many channels, and it's important to able to respond to customers' desire to purchase at any time so that they can change their mind at a moment's notice, right? So one of the key areas we can focus on social media is online shoppers may seem different from traditional shopper, but just like online traditional shopper, they still love to look forward and see what to buy. Okay, the only difference is it can done on social media now. So influencer comes about. They used to walk around the malls, but now they just scroll through social media, as a majority of online shoppers learn about new brands on social media, and they would love to buy directly from it. So it's the best time to sell them as their interest is at the highest. So it is like this phase. So it is act fast or lose it. So a customer's interest level increase from the time they first see your product to when they buy it. Then their interest level drops significantly with time. So shoppers today have a high demand for fast, convenient purchase process. Okay, and their interest level can drop if they do not get what they want from a seller. Because it's like now it's instant gratification. I want it now. A long drawn purchase process can risk losing the sales, and it's important to capture the sales as fast as possible when their interest level is still high. So in a study by Bain, there is customer experience will indicate the growth of the business. To ensure success of your online sales, it's crucial to improve your store's purchase experience and make sure your customers are satisfied. So then, why digital payment is important? One of the fastest way to improve your purchase experience is through the checkout stage. So a good payment experience can improve your customer satisfaction, and it is one of the major touch points. A typical online store have abandonment rate of 50%. Okay, checkout is one of the important areas of your business customer experience. Regardless of how great the experience is, it means nothing if the cart is abandoned at the checkout page, which is quite sad. When you make all the effort to bring the digital footfall to your shop, and then because they got frustrated at the checkout page because they can't make payment, they abandon it. So a fast, secure, convenient checkout is the most important area in the customer journey for an online store. And customers today also have a very different payment preference. It's important to guide multiple payment options to cater to your customers. Wait, I'm just looking through. Mark Law say, what is your suggestion or advice to increase customer by seeing product? Well, I think there are a few ways to look at it. My suggestion, of course, that area may not be my forte. That area may not be my forte to talk about the marketing side. But I would feel that actually, if you're able to have to online, you show videos on how to describe, and then have people watch for it. I think two parts. Buying online, still there's a trust issue on it. If they get somebody strong enough to watch for it, or maybe testimony is very important. Because I think the worst thing you can do, when you purchase something, is you purchase something, then you buy cheap, buy twice, right? So I think that is the worst case. Worst case you can actually have is actually you need somebody watching for it. Then they feel assured. I think that in that case is even more important. If you have videos of actually how items, you see it, show and tell. It is actually even better. I feel that buying online is not always the cheapest who get it, because I learned from myself. I used to buy everything always at the cheapest, and I always buy twice or thrice, and it sucks. That's all my personal point of view. Okay, and then KJ, which is a friend of mine. Hi. So they say that they say, how do you improve the customer's experience interface at the payment stage? Often the conversion card is less than 50%. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing is the interface. So okay, one part is you need to make sure at least minimum the abandonment card a lot of times happen is because non-availability of payment options. Some providers, you must understand, I'm talking from the base itself, there are some who don't even have payment facility. They still bank in PM, all this kind of thing. Even when you have, now you need to ensure at least the breadth to make sure that you have your credit card, your also to have your FPX, as well as your e-wallets. And of course, it also helps now currently, I believe you all will have this payment option called BNPL. You can check it out. It's buy now, pay later. I believe that's the trend now. It's so hot. Okay, it is so-called EPP, but it's not dependent on your credit card. You can have any bank, because end of the day, they just tie your card to it. Then you can have your buy now, pay later. I think that is very important. So you need to have your options available, because you must understand a lot of times purchase online, a lot is impulse buying. Once it fizzle out or cool down, nobody will just continue buying already. All right. Anyway, I move on to my presentation, continue on. All right. So the key aspect online shopping, checkout process needs to be easy and fast. Need multiple payment methods to cater the customer's payment preference. 93% of Malaysian e-commerce payments are made through bank transfer. Card payments and digital payment is crucial to cater to each of the customer's needs. And most important, it has to be mobile friendly, because I think you guys shop more on your phone than on your PC. Well, that is I'm sure among my surrounding friends, that's the case lah. Okay, providing this will improve the customer experience and reduce the chance of losing the sale. Okay. Kevin say buy now after pay. I believe there are many who have that, and yes, you can approach me. We are also ready coming up with our own buy now pay later on this, so we can discuss further on this matter. All right. So why payment matters? Because e-commerce is so highly competitive. So to remove the obstacles, the multiple payment options is important, and also improve your customer experience. Because of the dropout rate, which I already say a few times already, is 50%, and the inconvenience will increase the dropout rate. So if you emphasize again, beyond the base drive of the payment, the customer experience is important, and always helps in terms of ease of payment, and always as a secondary backup of payment. That means you have an ease of like your primary, which is a credit card. If there is if it drops out, you need to make sure that your FPX or your e-wallet is available, so that people will have a chance to still make payment. Because once they say, oh, okay, they say not allowed, I will make payment later will never come on. It always happens. All right. So in summary, you can start selling online. You do not need an event. You do not need to even have a website to do so, to sell through social media. Customer has high demand for fast, convenient way to shop. It's important to let them buy your products anytime and anywhere. And payment experience is important to improve the customer satisfaction. And it is important to cater to the customer's need. With online strategy in place, you have a complete business strategy for your business to grow in any environment, even if MCO strikes again. So now I will talk about Kipple itself. How can we help you guys, online and offline payment? So who is Kipple? Kipple Sdn Bhd conducted its business under the brand Kipple, which is a trademark for KiplePay. We have our own e-wallet. KiplePay is a Malaysian-based electronic money provider by BNM, Bank Negara. And I believe we are one of the main players in fintech market. So we strive for digital innovation, in the enterprise, e-commerce, education, and also property sector, because we have also expanded to other areas because of our sister company in KipleLife and KiplePay. So we offer both online and offline. Both sides be able to provide solution, be it credit card, on bank transfer for online banking for online. But for, of course, if it's through the terminal, it's my debit. Then also we have e-wallets for both online and offline. We're able to cater to multiple fronts on this matter. These are some of the service we have. Of course, focus today is on payment gateway, but we have other areas like wallet as a service, where we white label the e-wallet or prepay Visa card, or we have loyalty, we have a merchant ad, fund distribution, and link cards. So we try to cater the whole ecosystem for that. These some of projects we are currently doing now. Projects like we are working with Sri Lanka, okay, to establish this strategic partnership to form a cashless campus in these universities as well. Okay. Yeah. So I think I mixed it up. So just now was cashless. This one is Sri Lanka. So vice versa. Which one we have catered to both. Okay. We have also tried to do to cater to the underserved. We try to initiate something called e-bazaar, actually catering to small Malay traders who some don't even have a sole proprietorship, and they use a business license, where we are able to enable them for the e-wallets for that, to help them during the times of need, especially during the pandemic. So it's called, this initiative we have is called Warungku. Okay, these are some of the clients that we have. Universities, we are catering to local universities. Online, everybody knows about Domino's Pizza, so we are there. We are also into sports, into NGOs like Red Crescent. We also have into Muslimah fashion, and then cater to actually transportation in e-ticketing and all. We have special projects with multiple partners, like state project like KISS project, which is Kasih Ibu Selangor Smart Selangor, and also we have also catered to other projects like Settle, which was our project. Okay, so we are compliant with licensed e-money issuer, okay, lender and white label e-wallet. We PCI DSS compliance. That means we can store and process credit card, and then MSC status and ISO 9001 and 27000. So our multiple payment options, I think, is hygiene. We cover all. We have, of course, have multiple solutions. Other than that, of course, in the payment, it's not just the payment itself. We have recurring, we have pre-authorization, and then we have also exploring into buy now, pay later and all that stuff. So if you have any queries, you can email me. My email is there. My handphone is there. You can WhatsApp me if I'm not able to answer your call. Anyway, thank you for the time to hear my sharing.
All right, thank you so much, Kenneth. Yeah, some of them have questions. Yeah, very, very enlightening.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and
it's fine. Yeah, so some of them actually ask some good questions, which I'll keep it for later. But maybe you can enlighten them a little bit for those that just ask, like color us, and then Pong Wai Kern also asked about the fees and charges. Like, is there any fees? Yeah, the fees and charges. How is KiplePay pay works, as well as like if they buy now pay later, is there any cost incurred?
I think all these kind of charges, right? I think it's typical in all industry, right? It's more we need to understand the business itself. Not trying to just answer as in a generic one. It's always like this one. The entry level in terms of any payment, be it any payment gateway, will be actually low entry. But having said that, the one will of course be offset is your MDR or your charges, or what we all call MDR in our payment lingo, which is actually the merchant rate that we charge right now, will be a bit higher. That's definite. So as over time, it's always when your MDR goes down, then your of course setup fees will be higher, or your annual fees. And also depends on I think the transaction, where can be discussed on how we can waive off or maybe counterbalance, or it's a similar that how you deal with actually with any credit card. You know, they have a minimum commitment because there are some commercials behind it, and because the charges that we are getting, we are not taking up whole. There are many elements in it lah. Okay, I say this one can come and discuss further on this. And then I think for buy now pay later, it's more towards, I think it's more towards, it's similar to EPP. I think a lot of times it's like the longer the tenor, the higher the percentage charges.
Yeah.
Because the risk is higher because it's unsecured. Simple as that. Yeah.
Exactly. Great answer. And I'm sure discuss it will be like one-on-one session, so you can actually discuss with Kenneth. And if you don't mind, Kenneth, just share one more time on the last slide on your contact number.
Oh, okay.
Because Masha mentioned that some of them actually miss too fast to flip over. So if you don't mind, just put it up.
No worry.
Okay.
Ole, Ken?
All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if Ken, then do this. Yeah, so take down this and connect with Kenneth so you can find out more information about how to use KiplePay. Okay. All right. So Kenneth, thank you so much for your sharing session. So you take a rest first. We will re-invite you later for the Q&A session. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And right now, without further ado, let us re-welcome again Mr. Gimmy Ong. Hi.
Everyone.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about the interruption just now. Okay.
Yeah, left me hanging there, but no worries. Now I pass the time to you again. Okay, so they're waiting for your sessions.
Thank you, Jashia. Okay. Okay, we shall start with the presentation now. By the way, I'm Jimmy here from IP88, and we are established since year 2000 in Malaysia, and we are PCI DSS compliance level 1 and acquired by NT-Data since year 2015. Okay, we have 300 professional member teams with IP88 and more than 200 supported financial institutions. And we have 35,000 of e-commerce merchant and 21,000 of retail touchpoint. Okay, what IP88 provide beside Malaysia, we also in Cambodia, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, and also Bangladesh. Okay, these are NT-Data's payment business growth in history. In year 2015, they acquired IP88, leading payment gateway provider in Malaysia, to expand NT-Data footprint in C region. Thank you very much, Masha Chan. Okay. So in growth of NT-Data revenue growth year by year from year 2003 to year 2017. Okay. So we are working together with multiple associations to ensure the growth of Malaysia e-commerce ecosystem with the Sidec, SME Corp, Magic, MDEC, PCOM, Matrade, and those so on. And we get awarded over the years of hard working and striving for excellence. We have reached some big milestone. We have proven that dedication and aspiration to become a leader are only possible through hard work. Thanks for everyone and partners for the awarding as well. Our O2O omni-channel, we are cover from offline to online services. In retail payment, you can see there is a terminal that where OTA using our payment terminal to collect the e-wallets, all kind of e-wallets that are acceptable in our terminal, including Alipay, WeChat Pay, Touch and Go, GrabPay, Maybank QR, Presto Pay, Mcash, Boost, UnionPay, Visa, MasterCard, and as well as Shopee Pay and NetsPay. And also an e-commerce are acceptable for all these options. we are able to integrate, like just now, there's some questions from the participant. Okay. There's questions that WooCommerce able to plug in or not. Yes, it is possible to plug in with IP88. And those of the open source are able to compatible with IP88 to plug in with the website. And also we can able to integrate into your payment terminal and also the mobile apps. And we also cover about the partners. If you are welcome, if you are a web developer here, please welcome to looking for us for the partnership. By the way, I need to share with you all our payment methods. We are cover all the e-wallets, all the Malaysia banks, and the credit cards as well, including PayPal, Amex, Visa, Master, and UnionPay. We're able to provide the payment gateway into your website, or without your website, you're able to collect the payment from your customer as well. It's just a link to share to your client to collect the payment. And also it's able to provide the tokenization, that the tokenization able to save the 14 digit of credit card number, that following time, you don't need to key in your 14 digit of credit card, just CVV and OTP will do. This is the OTP tokenization function. And we provide installment, which is, we call it easy payment plan, for your customer to pay zero interest of 6 months and 12 months, like Lazada and Shopee are using. Recurring payment, which are more suitable for the services line that collect subscription fees. Example, telco like Nexus, Digi, Unify, all these. Every month they charging. Do they need to pay the fees every month for as a customer? No. I automate my credit card, tokenize into the system, and it can be charged monthly basis, or it can be half yearly or yearly as well. Okay. So maybe I can show you about our solutions. These are our terminal and the payment apps. This can be for your retail shop to collect the payment, to get all the e-wallets payment, and also the credit card payment. This is a solution that we are covered with Old Town. Maybe everyone can able to see. All these, actually, you can able to just simple go to the shop and price for it and choose for your product and pay it. Just simple as that. But of course, you will ask me, during the pandemic, how the consumer going to your shop and enjoy the food in front of your shop, right? There's no there's way that why we come a solutions to provide the e-commerce payment gateway as well. For your website or without the website, you're able to send the customer to ask, and your food can deliver to your customer, and they can enjoy the food. Or not only the food, any of the nature business, you're able to get a payment from IP88 as long as legal. Okay, so this is a project that we have been done previously for the vending machine. Yeah, you just need to scan the QR code to link with the IP88 to make the payment. Okay. So this is one of our project that who are using us as the e-wallets for the post machine as well. As well as KKMart are using POS system to integrate with our e-wallet as well. Yes, for my Kuan, like McDonald's, yeah. Kind of the solutions that yes, we can provide it as long as you have any idea that we're able to integrate. That's why we are calling that we are targeting omni-channel. As long as any smart devices, you're able to collect the payment, even with a smartwatch. Those are our clients. That thanks to everyone that become a partner with iPay88. And our retail client are here. And we cover regional as well. And telco that who are using iPay88 are those DG Maxis, VB, and insurance company also using iPay88 are those. And we cover properties, industry as well, like Samay Group, SP Setia, Masing, and education, travel, automotive, media and publishing, and our offline client. Okay, here that I would like Sidec member partners would like to help me to share the forms to the chair. Therefore, first 10 participants who register your form with us, that actually you don't need to pay even 888 ringgit. That sorry for my mistake today. That I would like to free for everyone to enjoy iPayday payment system for you to get your free payment gateway. Be able to register now. And for after 10 participants, you're able to enjoy this 888 ringgit without any yearly fees to apply with iPayday as well. And it comes with buy now, pay later function, which is provided by Grab and MobiPay. And later we have partner with Atomy as well. Beside this, as you know that AirAsia, everyone know that AirAsia that we are very hard to travel around, right? So what we do that we able to, we have the big loyalty point, but we cannot use at this moment. So if you become iPay88 merchants, you're able to collect AirAsia big loyalty point as well from the consumer, which is 0% of the fees for every transactions. Okay. Thank you very much for the participant to become a speaker, and thank you very much, Sidec, and thanks for all the joiners as well. And there's 200 over participants here.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. Yeah. So for them, I think the participants also benefited. Yeah. So they're all like so happy going to register now. Thank you for giving them this benefit.
Yeah.
No
There's
worries on
fate,
you.
there's a fate of my mistake as well.
No worries, no worries. You leave me hanging for a while. I was like,
And also, a very fantastic PayNet sharing section and KiplePay. By the way, it's very thankful that they shares all these slides so that I can continue my slide, or else they already get the knowledge from KiplePay and FaithPay as well. Sorry, FaithPay, PayNet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't worry. So stay with us because right now we're going to have a Q&A sessions. Yeah. So thank you so much. Of course, like Mr. Kenneth for jumping in. Let me just re-invite all the speakers back on the screen. Yeah. Okay. Hi. So before I actually share in terms of like the question that we pick and also like what some of them might ask, maybe we will also ask the participants to give us some feedback. Yeah. So we will actually post a Q&A link, survey link. There you go. Yeah, you can see in the comment, our team actually posted that as well. We would like to collect some of your feedback. Yeah, about the sessions today, like what improvements we can actually do, and share with us some of the topics that you'd like to hear in the future. Okay, so take some time, fill in the survey link, give us feedback. We appreciate it a lot, very much. All right. Okay. Now, all the speakers are on screen back with us. Let me just pull up some of the questions. Yeah. So just now, some of them actually asked, and we collected some good one that would like to get our speakers to help us to answer that. All right. Okay. So I will direct some of the questions over to some of you specifically. First one is during like Kuan, Heliziana, your session is like, is it all the do it now protection under Bank Negara? Yes or no?
Okay. The answer is, if you can see from my first slide, I did mention that PayNet major shareholder is actually Bank Negara. So I think that's already answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, it's actually protected. And secondly, we have this good question from Kenneth. Kenneth, yeah. So it's like a Kenneth tongue over here. So is our local payment gateways that all of that you all share, like even for Duitna, iPay88, KiplePay, able to accept payments from foreign buyers in the B2C environment? Because I'm sure like when you are on e-commerce, right? So people purchase from everywhere. Yeah. Will any of all the system that you all shared earlier on, is it available for receiving payments? Maybe I go with Mr. Kenneth to answer Kenneth's question.
Right. I think for in terms of whether you can accept foreign payments, right? Maybe the mode of payment, the general, for sure that able to accept is actually if the merchant activated foreign credit card, you're definitely able to accept payments from overseas users based on their card form. But if having said that, you say online remittance, online banking, I do not think that one will be that seamless lah, if I'm correct lah on that. But maybe Puan, you got any inputs on that?
Yes. So yeah, maybe I would like to add. So I did share that we have connection with 42 banks. Actually, 42 banks available in Malaysia. Of course, not just Malaysian bank, but also foreign bank. But then again, even though they are foreign banks, so basically what the foreigner still need to open with that particular foreign bank in Malaysia account. So for example, if you have BNP Paribas, for example, that's actually a foreign bank that available in Asia. So if they have that already account in their own country, so they need to open for Malaysian account. That's all that they need to do. So to answer, yes, we do open up, but as long as they have the Malaysian account number with that particular foreign bank that available under our participant list. Yeah.
I just want to add on one more thing. I think when they're accepting foreign payments, right, the other concern is the forex exchange. So that one need to be managed properly, or else there will be some dispute. Okay. I think currently at this point of time, even if it's through credit card, right, the so-called method, right, is they give you a guesstimate because there is fluctuation in forex, not as rapid as things like crypto, which some people may talk about this. But having said that, there is a fluctuation. So sometimes what you see in terms of the charges, it is a guesstimate. The dynamic currency converter sometimes is having the website. So it's just a gauge.
Exactly. Very good point as well. And your thoughts on this, Mr. Jimmy?
Sorry, the questions again.
The question again is like, is IP88 also like provide, let's say, payments to accept payments from foreign buyers?
Definitely. For these questions that I can answer, that definitely you can able to collect the payment internationally.
All right.
As long as Visa or Mastercard.
Okay. So
Yeah,
there
sorry.
you
Yeah,
As long as
perhaps I would like
activate
to
with
add.
the foreign card. So I think we need, but then again, when you're I'm addressing based on if you are a business owner, right? So do mind you, that's why I think what actually value that we contribute by all our payment players here is beyond just facilitating payment, also there's a risk management element there. Because having said that, do you know that actually foreign buyers transacting, right? There may be a higher element of risk because of the fact that Malaysia actually, in terms of security, is very high because we are, having 3DS secure. That means you have the OTP code and all. There are certain countries that doesn't have that. So when there doesn't have that, and people. There are cases that people can steal your card info, including your CVV, and this will have some concerns. So having said that, the good thing is, I believe, be it iPay or Kipple, even going through PayNet, we have our security fraud management system, I believe, to manage that.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I would like to add as
Great to
well
answer.
that, about the foreign payment, but because, for example, for QR, we already open up for cross-border QR payments. We already launched with Thailand, actually, for PayNet, so it's already enabled for cross-border QR payments. So that's already enabled other foreign to use QR. And next will be Indonesia and so on, other country that we'll be announcing. So do watch out our now social media. Do follow so you can see on all the latest news that we have. Yeah.
exactly. So
Well, I think Kipple also looking forward to joining PayNet. I may need to.
Well, we talk separately on that, lah, Kenneth.
Okay.
Heliziana, hope that is a chance to collaborate together.
I think, of course, definitely is a part of our participant if you see in the slide. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just now the questions as well that IP able to provide the fraud management system that you would like to just collect the Malaysia payment or international selected which country. Example, you just want to do a Malaysia and Singapore company target market. So we just enable all these two countries for the credit card issuer. Yeah, this we can make it.
Okay, so I'm sure that in short, the summary will be yes. Okay, so like for PayNet, like IP88, KiplePay will be able to do this, but bear in mind the risk in terms of like the forex. Yeah, the forex and that comes into play. Well, all right. So I hope that answered the questions for Kenneth. Yeah, so Kenneth already say thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for all the panelists as well. Let's move on. Yeah, so to the next question. So Cindy have this question. I think is directed to Kuan. Do it now. Can do it now with few banks or only one bank?
Okay, I think this question more on Do It Now QR. I foresee this. So basically, Do It Now QR, if you can see from my slide, you should just connect with one acquirer or one bank or e-wallets. So that's the reason, because there's the reason why we have the interoperability and consolidate all the payment is just to connect with one. But of course, we will not stop you to also have other few banks or wallet as well. So it's just that we have we already make it available, the facility and the platform. So and we advise, and we have also reason why we're having that. So, but of course, the choice is at your hand.
All right. Thank you very much. I think that also in a way answer for Evelyn's question as well. Yeah. So not necessarily have to register with few banks. Yeah. So you have the option on your hand to do so. Thank you, Kuan, for that one. And maybe we move on to Mark's question over here. So it's actually a very impressive question. So it's like, let's say the society right now, right? So decline in do it now e-commerce platform. So we're living in credit during this season of time. So which is the most preferred app if to use in e-commerce for credit wise? Maybe we hear from each of the speakers for today. Maybe Mr. Kenneth first. What's your thoughts?
Okay, it's a very loaded question actually on how, at this point of time, whether people be tilting towards towards credit card or credit related facility versus online banking. But having said that, I just based on statistics. Statistics wise, actually, online banking have grown tremendously. So over time, it's actually eclipsed credit card, which was started. I think online payment was actually deal with, with credit card first before it goes towards online banking. So having said that, there is a 55 to 60% share, and there is a lot of room for growth actually in terms of B2B payment, which actually been launched quite a number of years. But in terms of the opportunity wise to go into that will be significant. And having said that, not sounding like a into the PM initiative or whatever, the My Digital being launched now currently is being focused a lot by the government agencies, which are also going, we are tilting towards trying to digitize their payment, because there are a huge number of government agencies that I know of that are not being digitized yet. So these are not huge opportunities. But having said that, it is a fact. The rakyat, the locals are having huge issues in terms of, it's not only in Malaysia, I think in other countries also, that there is a need for to actually have a credit need, because especially if the certain purchases that are needed is not because of wants but more of a need. There is a sizable purchase, you do need to have that level of credit. That's why the emergence of BNPL, or buy now pay later. This one is to tide you over. It's the same concept as now currently the moratorium. It's the same concept as how we are getting leeway funds from our EPF. Same concept. It's just to provide you a lifeline. So having said that, I think BNPL is a better way forward, because of the fact that if used for EPP, right, it is very card issuance dependent. And if you don't have those favored banks, right, who have large users of credit card, right, then you're limited in terms of the outreach. That's how I feel.
Okay, great answer for that. So that means we have like various ways. Like it's not only just relying on like the credit part that you mentioned. Yeah, Mr. Kenneth.
Because the fact that there is online banking is definitely always will be there. But then also it is also tilting. I think if the public have a choice, they also want to manage their credit risk. So I mean, as in their in terms of the purchase spending, so they may not want to use credit card so much. So having said that, especially for small value purchase, but bigger value, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for your answer to the questions. Yeah. So maybe let's move on to the next question. So the next questions, I think this one was like directed to transfer limit. Yeah. I think it was during Kuan's session also on this one. So like, is there any transfer limit when like they do utilize your payment gateway, and how is it detect for abnormal transaction? I'm sure your team, Ellie, I think answer for this abnormal transaction as well. But maybe you can also share about the transfer limit.
Yeah. So maybe I'll talk about more on the transfer limit. So basically, as I said, we are just the platform or the product provider. So the one that offering it to the end user is actually the banks and e-wallets. So the limit is actually depends on the banks and e-wallets risk appetite. So to us in the system wise, we don't have limit for RPP. When I say about more on our new product, like under real-time payment platform, we don't have limit. But of course, the one that offering it, because bank need to have some credential, they need to manage or control certain amount depending on certain customer or user. Perhaps for the individual will be have a lower limit as compared to the businesses. So that one you need to, of course, look at your particular the end user bank or the wallet that you're working with. So what's the limit? But for the platform wise, there's no limit on the transaction.
But I think the RPP portion there, if I remember correctly, right, for B2C, right, the limit is actually to 30,000 if it's for consumer.
Yes, because the bank's the one that limit it.
Yeah,
For us, yeah. So for us, we don't have that limit. And in those platforms, correct. So that's why I said it's better in the bank.
Yeah, because so I think there are many layers also to get
Correct.
assurance. There are many layers of security to actually manage the risk lah. Because
Exactly.
even our side, I believe with Jimmy also, every time when we want to
you
get
guys also have limits.
even to justify for daily transaction limit, which I also struggle internally. I'm sure you also.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's also
So
for
there's a
the
limit to reduce all the risk lah.
Because it's also governed by Bank Negara, right? So all the banks that actually have to work together, so they have their own policy to do to set the limit as well. Yeah. So very good point. So it depends. Yeah, it depends on like e-wallet policy, depends on bank.
One more person. I think they say a trend of prefer payment choice towards e-wallet versus credit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting. Okay, what I can say is like this lah. Every single payment method, right, have some level of risk management to it. Also, actually, in a way, I feel that actually, for instance, credit card and debit card, right, especially credit card, right, actually the fear of the scammers or whatever, right, the good thing is also there's something called there's also a challenge. If the user have any fraudulent, right, they can report back to their bank, who actually there's a reason why. That's why Master or Visa, they actually try to protect back the consumer, asking back the merchant, right, not to prove on the legitimacy of the in terms of
Evidence.
That's why there's this thing we call chargeback or chargeback claim. So it's quite thorough in this thing.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Before we jump into like more questions that were collected earlier on, since we are on the screen over here, and I think Fong has questions back to the transfer limit. Okay, so that means let's say the purchase is actually more than 59,000, so the payment will be split twice when the customer pay.
Yeah. Okay. Just now I mentioned about 30,000 is actually for FX limits. So, for example, for the RPP is increased more to, for example, if 100,000. If the banks allow 100,000, that's only 100,000 can be transferred. Yeah. So to answer, Fong, so perhaps if the bank is only allowing the 30,000 notch, so then yes, it has to be twice. But normally for e-commerce, like online banking wallets, the limit will be a bit more higher, especially for B2B, because or else then it will limit the transaction. Because of course, I think Kenneth also mentioned about the My Digital, the government also moving towards all online. So it has to take all these matters to ensure all the B2B also able to use online. But of course, some measures need to be taken by the banks or wallet to ensure the risks are there, risks are taken care. Because you also don't want suddenly when it accept more.
Okay, so I think
I just want to add on that for B2B, right, there's something called a maker and a checker. So if it's for B2C, right, unfortunately there isn't your OTP one-time password because anyway I hate acronyms because unfortunately in payment gateway industry or any industry we have too many acronyms, right? So it's one-time password. So what I'm trying to say is there's a maker and checker. So the one who actually make the transfer, okay, have to go and initiate the maker, and then there's a checker for the person to accept the payment. So by doing so, there is also an added level of security in terms of your payment.
Okay, we really invite.
So this question depends on which payment option that you're looking for. If it's FTX, yes, there's a problem. But if it's credit card, it depends on your limit. It can up to 100,000, 200,000. It's up to your credit limit.
Exactly. Yeah. So back to the point, it's either on bank limit or like credit limit. So I think Fong's second questions, I don't think there's any related to invoice because there's like the payment invoice is still invoice. So the payment will be in like different transaction. Yeah. Hi, Pon. Okay.
Hi, sorry.
It's
I was not.
Okay,
okay.
Fong, I try to understand your second question, sir. I'm not sure whether you're asking for the reporting. Yes, those of the payment gateway like KiplePay and iPay88 and others than us, yes, they definitely will have a real-time portal for you to access for all those transactions. So you're able to gather whether all these transactions have been collected or not.
Actually, the value for payment companies, right, is not just about the transacting payment options. It's also mainly also because of the fact that you can how you say, it's also actually on the dashboard, like what Jimmy say, because the dashboard itself, right, actually is the one that makes it easier for the business to function. Right, you'll be struggling, you'll be reconciliation. So our job is actually to make the business easier, so you all don't be busy hiring another extra headcount, just to go and consolidate all the receipts and versus the invoice number. Right.
That's why. Yeah, so I think it's very good. So so if you're thinking of like using any of like the services, yeah, today we have PayNet, KiplePay, iPay88. Okay, so get in touch with them. Thank you so much for Mr. Kenneth and Jimmy's answer. And Pon is back with us. Let us continue. Yeah. So earlier sessions, there's also like on these questions that we have. Yeah. So Terrence actually asked about this. Is your payment system can work with WordPress plugin? Because I saw someone answer for WooCommerce. Yes. So how about WordPress and how about like Shopify?
Yeah, it is same. It is same. WordPress, WooCommerce, Magento. Just now I saw some questions that Magentos as well. Yes. We are able to integrate plug into the payment system.
And same goes for KiplePay, right?
I'm not sure about.
I hear from you. We can integrate with the WordPress. We can integrate with Magento. One thing hits off. I don't have Shopify.
We have iPay. They have. Thanks, Kenneth. Thanks.
Sorry.
Okay, actually, what we can do I believe that KiplePay also able to do an integration. Okay, same goes to iPay. Yes, it is nothing cannot be happen as long as you have a very ready system that you able to plug in the payment gateway.
Yep.
It can be okay with iPay. It can be plugged in with PHP, .NET, ASP, Java. It is up to you to play on. No issue with that. Yeah. Technical wise, you can always seeking us for advice.
Okay, Ken. All right. So I think that answer that questions. That mean yes for some, yes for no for some, but I'm sure it will evolve later on. Yeah. So to integrate with most of the platforms. And let's move on. I think this question also is from Mohammed Hazik over here. So as a software developer, students can use the payment gateway for the project assignment purposes. I'm not too sure I understand this, but let's say he wants to receive payment or like set up for the assignment of the project. Yeah, I hope I understand it correctly. So can they use your payment gateway? Let's say for Do It Now, iPay88, KiplePay, for like just students.
No, I think they're looking for actually is more to the test-based environment, whether you have a test account, so able to cater to that. So I think both also have a sandbox environment, it's called.
Yeah, I believe I got these questions from the merchants directly as well. Yes, you can always looking for us to provide the test account, which is Kenneth mentioned that is sandbox.
Okay, and I'm sure it's same goes for PayNet. Yeah, one.
No, I mean, because the one that offering all the services is through the TP or the bank's wallet. So I think, they are the one that can have the connection. So because our connection is just only through the participant only. Yeah.
Okay, so get in touch with Mr. Kenneth from KiplePay and then iPay88. All right, sure. Now we have 2 more questions before we end the sessions for here. And so Do It Now. This one is directed to Kuan. Does Do It Now have an open API so they can link it to the app?
Again, we are dealing with the participant. We do have API, for example, that whatever mentioned plugin or API that mentioned by iPay88 or KiplePay, we can make it enable to them on the spec and whatnot. But is the connection still with the player? or the acquirer or the participant. So to answer that, yes, you can connect with any of the available participants that are already connecting to RPP platform to use up the API that are available. I believe the player already aware about the whatever API available in the for to connect to RPP products. Yeah.
All right then. So I think that's like the questions that we have. For sure, one answer that question nicely. So you can definitely like connect with it. Last but not least, if we don't have much question, this will be like the last questions that we saw on Do It Now again. Is it available for online transfer with corporate accounts? Yes.
Yes. It's available via corporate banking, internet banking as well. But you need to check with the bank because some of them are not ready. But of course, the major one is already available. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. And Andrew asked a question. I'm sure you got Mr. Kenneth's contact. Yeah. So
Andrew, connect me directly.
Connect with Mr. Kenneth directly. Okay. So Andrew, do that. All right then. So that sums up our session for today. I would like to say like one last time, thank you very much for all our speakers that we have for today's session. And I'm sure all our participants benefited a lot. Yeah. So once again, thank you. And we hope to see you again in like our future sessions that we have with Sidec. Okay. So one last time, thank you very much. Heliziana, thank you, Mr. Kenneth. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chacha.
See you again. Bye-bye. All right. Okay. So for the rest who are still here, thank you so much for being here today. And do share with us on the survey. Yeah. So the survey to give us some of the feedback as well. So after this session, we will actually post a survey QR code up. So if you don't mind, take some time to give us the feedback. And upcoming, as I say earlier on, so we're going to have like this session coming up on Tuesday. Yeah, so we have logistic and fulfillment for e-commerce process, and next week we have customer relationship management and on the product branding strategy. All right, and for those that want to find out about the replay after the sessions end today, you will be able to see the replay again. Yeah, so over here, thank you again once everyone, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.